Hello everybody, welcome to the official cast of the Blood Bowl 3 2025 World Championships round of 32, game 1 match between Velihopea and his Elven Union up against Tuure and his Old World Alliance. I can tell you that they're both playing coaches, Tuure from Mead and Mayhem, Velihopea for Arena Finals Season 8, and they're also both Finnish. So there we go. Tuure's team is better versus like bash teams, right? Because he's got 7 guard. He's a bit rubbish against elves because you don't need to get that 7 guard versus elves. He'd be much better for the few block versus elves. So he's block light, very block light, which is rough in this matchup. He's got the leader, which he might need more rerolls to be fair, and he's got his tackle mighty. But yeah, the guard not so good for this matchup specifically. On the other hand, Velihopea, I don't know what to think of his build at all. Well, I do. I don't like it, but he's only got 2 dodge for elves, which seems crazy to me, kind of suicidal. He's got a tackle dodger. He's got this guard, and to be fair, he's got some good use out of the guard. But it's weird. I don't like this build, but Veli's a great player, so let's see what happens. Oh, and Tuure won the toss and chose to receive, and gets another loner on his Old World Alliance team. Old World Alliance do get a bit better in the new edition, but at the moment on Blood Bowl 3 they're a bit naff. What they've got going for them is they've got a great package for this tournament. So immediately, rather than taking a high line, he's going back to defend the ball, which can sometimes get you in a bit of trouble, can't it? Oh, and he's okay. Well, interesting. I don't like this at all, obviously, because he's just going to get punched. And then he brings these back as well. You just can't afford to do that, can you? I don't think you can afford to do. It's inviting pressure through this guy. Or just straight onto the ball. He's Pro Elves, isn't he? Pro Elves, he just wants to base the ball. They love that. The elf coaches, they love just basing the ball. Pro Elves. So is he going to tag this guy, or is just going to let him blast his blitzer with tackle mighty? And yeah, this guy just left based, stunned, deservedly so. So yeah, use this guy to cover him and then blitz with your tackle mighty. Seems good, doesn't it? And then I guess you go up here with the ball. I'd have gone one further forward, right? This guy could have been up there. Been a little bit further forward. It doesn't activate the ogre. That's completely reasonable. It's also his only blocker in range. Yeah, fair dues. Gets the power, which gives him a wrestle hit on the tackle mighty. Base the ball again, overjoyed. We've got a lot of players around, isn't he? Really constricting where the all the lines can move. Very tricky spot. But he invited it all, didn't he? He invited it all from the start. Do you know what? He probably should have just done the dodge here. Maybe you should have blitzed this guy, right, and then just done the dodge. Yeah, it sucks to lose 1 out of 9 times, but it would have got him a bit further forward and stuff, and I don't know. It's just a nightmare spot for him, isn't it? Instant full nightmare. Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it, PC? So pretty even between directs and play-ins. I'm not surprised, really. I don't think there was a lot of difference in the quality of either. It's a stun. Lot to be said, isn't there, for just punching things, honestly. Stand in the way and punch things. Base the ball every turn. That's the pro elf way. Base the ball every turn. Right, turn 4 for Tuure. I think I took over at turn 5 for Tuure, so I nearly caught up. I should have said that at the start of the YouTube, shouldn't I? This will switch to a live cast soon. Oof. Fails the ogre. Or maybe it was Veli's turn 5. I can't remember where we took over. I think we took over at the start of Veli's turn 5. So now he's cooled the pressure, right? He, yes, yeah, Veli. No spoilers though, because the people watching YouTube haven't. No spoilers, please. Hold your horses. We've just got a couple of turns to do. So did get 2D on the ball, was it? Wait, was that an uphill? That was an uphill on the ball. But did it anyway. Oh my god, dub skulls. Yeah, so there was a heavy pressure at first, then wasn't really working, so backed off a little bit. And it's really like it's stopped the human advance, hasn't it? But they invited the pressure themselves, didn't they, ultimately? And this is the foul. He snakes. Fails the argue the call and gets sent off. Okay, and there's the turnover. Here we are, turn 5, taken over in the live game here. We have just got a send-off. That's the only removals in the whole half. Tuure has received and he's got nowhere. I don't know why I'm saying this now. You know that if you're watching the YouTube. But for the people watching the game live, I could have already said that, but I didn't. So yeah, this is a weird one, isn't it, Veli? Will Veli be happy with just stopping the score here, or is he going to try and want to shift gears and try and get the turnover score? He can knock him down and away, but he can't fully get in the corner, can he? Maybe he's just going to be happy with stopping the score here and then Daka for the win. He's doing a gym. He is doing a bit of a gym, isn't he, here? He hasn't got anywhere in 5 turns. And he hasn't done any damage, so yeah, he really is doing a gym, yeah. That's the other half of it, right? Like, if you don't do damage versus elves, it's hard, right? And he hasn't done damage, and he's in fact 2 players down for this next turn. It's hard, it's really hard when the elves are the ones beating you up. It's like, it's just stupid, isn't it? Like 0 dodge. He's got 2 dodge. He's got elves with 2 dodge. I mean, this was a great matchup for him, honestly. 7 guard, all-world alliance. It's like, not the best team ever against elves, right? This is best of 3 SNS Leica. This is best of 3. with only the final game going to OT. I don't think it looks beyond bleak. It would look beyond bleak if he was already like 2-0 down or whatever, right? He can get out of this at 0-0. He can escape the half at 0-0, right? He can escape the half at 0-0. I think Veli has a reroll as well. Has an Apo as well. Yeah, like if he was 1-0 down, it's over, right? But Veli doesn't have like strip ball or anything, so if he just bunkers up, he can get away. He can get away with a 0-0 here. The same way mine was versus Chunter, right? My game versus Chunter, right? I didn't get anywhere, didn't get any removals. He got the removals, so I just had to not score. So he can just not score here, and be quite happy with that. All he's got to do is just not have a rush of blood and get scored on. He needs to jam in and let Armbar do something. Yeah, just don't get scored on. If you don't get scored on this drive, then you can still get a draw out of the game, right? Even a win you can get. But you need to not get scored on this drive, then it's over. Oh. Man, I can't believe we were a 2+ away from winning that. It's cool though. It's cool set up for the final game, isn't it? Veli needs to fail something, yeah. Yeah, like you can win. You can win on defense versus Pro Elves, right? Like if Veli dackers and then fails a crucial snake, then he can just lose. So this is fine. Like it's not good, obviously. It's not as good as scoring on your drive. But at least you haven't got turned over, right? Like that's just guaranteed loss. If you go 1-0 down in your drive versus Pro Elves, you lose. Because they'll just score at any point in the half and you can't defend, and then they've just beaten you. So like you just can't realistically stop them scoring at all, right? So if they score on your drive, you've just lost, basically. Ogre versus Tree. The thing is that, so All World Alliance are a bit rubbish. And they want to have an active big guy going around, standing in the right squares, punching people with mighty blow. And the tree doesn't do that, right? The tree is good for a team that's already good, where it can hold space and be good passively. Trees are passive, ogres are active. Now obviously halfling trees have to be active, but that's by necessity rather than choice, right? So basically they're not wood elves, so they want an active big guy. And then even without loner, the tree is not an active big guy. And the ogre is. The ogre is an active big guy. So I still think you want the ogre, even though he doesn't have, the tree man doesn't have loner anymore. Nice defense from Veli, isn't it? There's no way to do anything here. Really, like your catcher is based on tackle. So you could just move the cage over here and like H cage. And hope you survive. Could have blitzed him and fouled him, but he's already had a player sent off, so it probably doesn't want him again. Before you bought your tabletop tree, man. Well, Brangino, I mean, I think there's a case for both, you know. Oh, wow, he's just going to make 1,000,000 dice rolls. Well, okay. I mean, he gives himself a chance to score here, doesn't he? But he also gives himself a chance to just lose. This is the problem. Or maybe he just leaves that one there by himself. No, he can have two. He can have two in front, can't he? And then this rush. And then this rush. And then... no, this is a shit idea, I think. No Crudorimo. They are best of threes. With the third game going to overtime and kicks if necessary. I should add that to the WC announcement, shouldn't I? Yeah, there's the preview thing. Okay, I hate this minion rushes plan. Like, it might work, right? It might work and it might get you the touchdown, but it's just, for me, I think it's too likely to fail and result in you just losing. He's got a rush there, hasn't he? He wants to rush in there with the ogre. He's got a double rush. I guess only single rush. There with this guy. He can put these in places. Probably just wants to stand him up on him, doesn't he? They can like go in there and... Okay, yeah, that's better than the rush. Realistically, the rush is an extra dice. I know what he wants, Dastardly Dan, I just don't think it's a good idea. I just don't think you score. I just don't think you ever score with this, right? Like, even after everything's worked. And I still just don't think you score here. Like, you score sometimes, obviously. But I just think you're more likely he scores. It's more likely Veli scores here, I think. I prefer to stay in my own half, yeah. You've got 7 turns to do anything versus the elves. Yeah, exactly, yeah. And you have failed. You've failed, right? Your drive has failed. It's hard to accept. But your driver's already failed. And now everything's going to be like double based by elves. He'll have a scoring threat in the backfield. And chances are he scores and you don't. And you're 1-0 down. Oh, wow, my screen just flickered. That's a bit scary. Hopefully that's not my computer breaking. I mean, it is, but he's just not going to score. Yeah, I mean, obviously now that I've said that, he's going to score, right? A loner rush, though, right? Cap notes is about 1 in 12, whereas a human dodge is 1 in 9. So it's still. In fact, they're not. It's not even a 12. It's not even a 12, right? They've got a 3+ loner. So it's still better to rush than it is to dodge. But by doing this dodge, he does have a catcher in scoring range, doesn't he? Which, there's value in that, certainly. He's got the handoff to this catcher, gives him a bit of lateral movement. So Veli's got to be wary of this catcher. In fact, this is his best way of scoring at the moment, probably, this catcher. Bit too passive from Veli here, in my opinion. I'd have blitzed this guy and, you know, got in amongst it. I mean, maybe he's going to do that later, but I think I'd be really hoping for the counter score here hard. Like I'd have been playing for the counter score rather than the defend. But maybe it's the pressure and stuff, right? Maybe in a normal game, Veli would do that, right? But in this, with the heat being on, he just doesn't want to lose. But yes, maybe Squirrel. But who's blitzing? Is he going to blitz the catcher? Like. He has to re-roll this. This is rubbish, isn't it, from Veli? Welly, this is rubbish. Yep, has to re-roll. So 2 re-rolls gone to base the ball. Hello, Pedro. So this is just a 3-3-2-2 to score, isn't it? Oh no, sorry, 3-3-3-2-2, more or less. Which I think is better than he should have had, right? He had to re-roll it. He literally had to Squirrel, otherwise he just gets scored. Like this adds another to 3+, right? Now he's got to dodge off. That adds a 3+. So there's no point saving your re-rolls and saving him the 3+s that you've got to make him roll the 3+. It's already too easy, easier than it should have been. This guy's, I see why he did it, but he's still getting blitzed, isn't he? I guess you rush blitz him with the because he's a 4+ loner, isn't he? Yeah. So you rush blitz him with the old world blitzer. Yes, he should have also screened better. I mean, he's got multiple ways of scoring here. Tuure. Yes, this was a big mistake, wasn't it? He should have been here. Huge mistake from Veli. Mega mistake from Veli. I think he just forgot about the catcher. Okay, he marks a scoring threat. That's nice. The 3D with the ogre means you'd be blocking your path, so you can't. Oh, he does this. I think this is wrong. I mean, I don't think this is wrong. He was unlucky. Oh my god. Oh my god, was he unlucky. Oh my god, was he unlucky. Oh my god, was he unlucky. But, wow. I guess he's got wrestle, right? So, but that wrestle doesn't really help. He had to pow, and then he'd done a 3+, 4+, 3+. It was definitely better to just dodge away, hand off to the catcher, blitz this guy, right? It was better. But I guess by putting the catcher there, he's got 2 players on this guy, which makes that, you know, a tiny little bit harder. A completely insignificant amount harder. So he's got that going for him. Where is surveillance? And now Veli's only got 1 reroll for this, but it's going to be just 1 4+, isn't it? And the rest 2s probably. He's even got the thrower there. If he needs him. Oh, a blockless block. I don't like. He didn't need that, did he? He could have just put an assist up here and blitz with the wrestler directly. I'd have actually given him more hits on it as well. I guess there's less chance of a tackle zone here by doing it this way, yeah. So there's payoff to doing it this way, but it did make him do a blockless block. Oh, look. That's not bad, is it? He's got a PA of 4. It's still better just do all the 2s, isn't it? All the 2s, then a 4, and then all the 2s. Only got 1 reroll for it, though. It's gone. He's made the handoff. 2 2s. God, it feels good to be right, you know. What can I say? God, I mean... yeah. Sorry, Tuure. Sorry, Tuure, but I did say you should have stayed in your half. Captain Oates was here. He backed me up. Look, us pro gamers know. Stay in your own half. Don't go into the danger zone. Stay where it's nice and safe. Set up your picnic table and accept that you've failed. Yes, he did have decent odds. He did. And if he'd just bunkered up, then there's a chance that, you know, Veli would have just thrown things at the cage and succeeded anyway. And he was desperately unlucky to reroll a dub skull into his tackle mighty cast. You know, like, so it was really unlucky for Tuure. And, like, I understand him wanting to go for the score, obviously. Like, it's the sort of thing that I used to want to do as well. But then I learned that, you know, elves are just ever so slightly ridiculously overpowered. Exactly, Squirrel Dude. What failed? A bamboo laptop stand and a magic tower. He did a blitz. He did a blitz to get a POW so he could jump over somebody. He rolled pushes, spent a reroll, rerolled into double skulls, and it was his tackle mighty guy, and then his tackle mighty guy died, and the apple failed. So, yeah, that was desperately, horrifically unlucky. Exactly, Pedro. Look, take it from some guy who didn't win a single game in the World Championships this year. Exactly, Black Swan, right? Like, honestly, it's right, though. It's right. If you're 0-0, you've got a chance. If you're 1-0, it's over. Like, it's pretty much over 1-0 down, because now Veli has total freedom, right? Now you cannot stop him, because... Hey, hello, Star Ferret. Now, you cannot stop him, right? Because he can score at any time. If pro elves of all things have the freedom to score, exactly, he doesn't have to know, but you have to stop him. Like, that's what I mean, right? You have to stop him. He can turtle, he can score on turn 3, he can score on turn 5. Any single turn he wants, he can score. You can't, like, you've got to stop any potential scores, and you've got to turn him over to get a draw. Like, it's horrific, isn't it? It's absolutely horrific. Whereas if it was 0-0, he can call packs, and then he's still won 1-0, right? Like, he doesn't even have to score. So there's just basically no defending this drive at all. Now, defending the drive is like close to impossible. So, whereas at least if it was 0-0, he could have scored early, and then you could score back and make it a 1-1 draw, right? So I think there's a lot of merit in just not trying the score there. But as it was, he actually did have a decent chance, right? If he'd done the catcher play, he would have had a decent chance. Though he would have just failed with the blitzer rush or whatever, right? Failed the catcher dodge or whatever, throw a dodge. So he'd have probably still failed anyway. Like, that's the problem, right? The elves are just going to make you roll a whole load of dice, and if you fail, they score because they're elves. Like, they just end up more likely to score than you are, which is just brutal. If he was Kaz up, yeah, well, I mean, then he wouldn't have been all the marbles, right? Then it wouldn't have been for all the marbles. If he was Kaz up, then he would have got some penetration. He wouldn't have been pinned in his own half, doing nothing because he was getting outbashed by elves. So, like, they go hand in hand, don't they? That's the problem. That's the problem. Like the elves have more players than you. Like it's ridiculous. Honestly, he could have just handed off to this guy, passed it to him, and just gone down the side and just scored, couldn't he? There's like no defense at all to that. He could have just literally just scored. But I think it's right not to. There's no reason to go for that. But it was really quite free, wasn't it? Interesting. It's interesting how free the score was. He could have considered it. Oh, do you reckon he misclicked the handoff? Yeah, maybe. Looks like it, doesn't it? Looks like he misclicked the handoff. He's just walked him back and stood next to a catcher, so yeah. Sure looks like he misclicked the handoff. Yeah, watching Blood Bowl's way better, right? Like, you know, all the things in my game versus Dragoo were obviously great to watch for people that weren't me. Wasn't great to watch for me. And the things in that PC game were great to watch for people that weren't PC or Siggy variously. It's always great watching the games. Not always great playing them. Siggy said, I promise my team I will drown K-Fog in the pool this weekend if he wins. No pressure, mate. This is a turtle, isn't it? Slash Dakar. This is just a complete freedom pro elf drive. It's do whatever you want, they can't touch you drive. Tuure has to just base as much as he can, punch as much as he can. You know, base as much as he can and kill something. Turtle, you're not familiar with the turtle terminology of like video games when like, you know, you just stay in your shell and don't do anything, right? That's like a turtle, isn't it? Various strategy games, there's like a turtling strategy. And probably not just strategy games. Kiting as well, isn't it? Kiting is a video game term that we didn't have in Blood Bowl until the Dakar, really. Which, crazy that we didn't have that. And really the Dakar is just kiting, isn't it? There we go. He's got as much as he could reasonably get, couldn't he? Don't know anything. Fair enough. That's a very, very generic video game term, I thought, though. Turtling and kiting, I'd expect everybody playing a video game to know what they meant. Not trying to shame you or anything, just you know, just conversation. Now he can move down here now, can't he? Because there's like 4 players over here. And there's also like, there's 3 in this half. And there's 6 in this half. And 2 in the middle, so... Good guy, Jim. I try my best, Moradam. I try my best. I wonder if I'll ever be able to outrun my horrendous reputation from the olden days. But I think I'm a lovely fella. Is playing Zon's griefing? Not if you do as rubbish as me, T-Man Taylor. not if you decide to be as rubbish as me. This is obviously the blitz here, isn't it? Can you get a blitz him, stick your guard in between these, beat these two guys off? Lovely, lovely, you know, Veli will be over the moon at the chance to beat these two men off. Just don't watch the VOD. This is a lot of rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, rush, rush. Like 3 2s to make that a 2D is barely worth it. You're better off just doing the 1D. Like just dodge and get him to there, I guess. Is it worth keeping his ogre out? No. No, he did do all the rushes. I don't think this is really worth it. My screen's flickering. I'm a bit disturbed that something's gone wrong here. You got me, Stradika. I know you're not, but I mean, I'm a bit worried about my. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about my. Monitor. Not the not the French tabletop Euroball captain. My monitor. Yeah. No, not blitzing with block. Yuck. I mean, that is a problem, right? He doesn't have block in this build as much. He's taken so much guard. He doesn't really have the blocks. Minotaur. Monitor. Monitor. I can't. The chat is very delayed on stream. I haven't got a delay or anything. Don't know why. Sure. Exactly, to know. Like, this is the thing, right? So like, because Tuure has to cover the score, because if he doesn't cover the score, he gets scored on. like that's what I mean. This is what I mean, right? You have to defend. You have to defend the score, because if they go 2-0 up, they win. So you have to defend the score as the humans. You just have to. Not humans, all the lions. Oh my god, Brawler gets the POW. Brawler OP. Gets a removal as well. Hell yeah. Now he just needs somebody to dodge away and get a armbar Kaz, and then he'll be the perfect dwarf lineman. Fling's fouling, but he does leave a catcher free on the loose over the other side, which Veli will be very happy about. Very happy. Glorious. So first things first, just stand him upright, then he's in range as well. It's like win-win, I think. Yeah, you can do stuff like blitzing the catcher or the halfling, or using him, or whatever. But I think the first, you just from a autopilot point of view, just stand him up and get him to range. But he's not doing that. He's going for the maxing blocks, which normally is the best strat, right? Normally is the best strat. I feel like getting drawn into a protracted blocking wall with blockless players is one way to lose this game. So I'm not thoroughly on board with this plan, but fair enough. He wants to hand off to the catcher as well, doesn't he? So that's in his mind as well. He wants to go back so he can hand it off to the catcher. But I mean, we're into critical snake territory now, aren't we? Yeah, I would have tried to do that the previous turn. I think I would have just straight away got it on the blood step, honestly. But he misclicked the handoff, didn't he? Maybe he was going to try. No, he was going to do a pass. Interesting. I mean, this is fine, right? It's not bad in any way. And if he keeps rolling twos, it just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it? Well, I can see why Veli hasn't bothered with taking dodge on anybody. He's gonna make every single 2+, and yes, exactly. Yeah, wait for Tuure to commit, and then blitz past him. I mean, people have just got different tendencies and ideas and stuff, haven't they? Plus, there's the aspect of playing with the pressure on and stuff, right? That makes you just naturally more risk averse, doesn't it? As I say, like, that's why I just wouldn't have tried for the score. Maybe I would have tried for the score in a hypothetical situation where I thought, you know, what's giving you the most EV? But I'm sure that if I was playing the game, I would pussy out and not go for the score. So that is a factor as well, isn't it? This looks like too much over that left side, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing in it, Seabros, right? Like, if you were watching the game, you'd be screaming at yourself, like saying, roll the dice, you idiot. But when you would get in the game, it's different, isn't it? So... Ooh. It's a rush. Yeah. Well, now. Now he's just been given a side, hasn't he? In fact, he's been given the centre as well as the side. So... But yeah, probably go right side. Right side seems beautiful, doesn't it? Beautiful cores. Doesn't even need to block here. Like, he's gonna, but I honestly don't think he should. I think he should just do all the, just do all the dodges at the end and then get his blitz that way. Just like move all these up with just moves, right? I think I would have just moved everything. Well, I think just moving everything is the better play because you're already so far ahead. I just literally not want to roll any dice whatsoever and just get everything up there with no dice rolls. and then at the end do some dice rolls rather than this one. Right? This didn't have to be done. So like this Garda could have been, where was he? Here maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He could have been up there, right? And then this one could have done the blitz. He could have been there then, or wherever he could have been. He could have just been there, guaranteed, and then you could have dodged to do the blitz. And if you snake, who cares, right? So I think I would have done it that way. So it would just been a little bit. It would have been a little bit riskier, but also a little bit safer, right? I would have had all this done first, guaranteed, and then go for the blitz. And if it fails, who cares, right? This is a disaster now for Tuure. All his players over here. You can get them, centralise them a little bit, but Veli's still just going to blast past, isn't he? Three threes and 2 twos, rerolls for all. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It's funny that things like that with elves you just think are easy, and then with its orcs you think, oh god, this is going to fail. It's funny how your mentality changes between teams a little bit. If an elf gets a 4+ pickup, they're like, oh great. Well, hey. Yeah, Moradam, it's funny, isn't it? It is funny. Oh, well, he doesn't get the power there, and that puts him into a prime spot to go and support the attack. And this is over, isn't it? Surely. Surely. Gets even closer. So that's a snake, but this isn't even, and this isn't, and this is a. You can blitz this actually. Maybe you blitz this with the blitzer, right? Maybe the blitzer blitzes this guy for a 1 in 12 9/6. No, he does that one. That's the more natural one to do, right? Because he's in the way and block work. He's in the way a bit, right? And block works, and then you can just block this guy in a 1 in 81 as well. But maybe the right play was to blitz him, and then it's only 1 in 12 9/6, and it does free these guys up to run around the catcher. And then you're only risking the 1 in 12 9/6 rather than risking this 1 in 81. Interesting, but I mean this does clear the path and gets you him further forwards. This was the natural thing to do, and probably the best thing. Obviously you don't want to cut the corners at all here in any way, shape or form. So he did risk the 1 in 81, a blockless block. I think I would have wanted to have put my ball where it was going to be first, honestly. But works, doesn't it? A big an orc. Yeah, you can take block, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, right? Everyone does turn ordering. I don't want to say incorrectly, or even suboptimally. Like lazily, I think is the best word for it, right? I think most people, it's like you think of things and then you do them. And it's hard. It's hard to think of the right move and do it. Like, that's hard enough. Without then, Veli's got 3 minutes left of his time bank. He's 1-0 up. He knows he's probably going to win. He's trying desperately not to mess it up. Like, do you know what I mean? It's a lot easier to watch it and be like, well, this obviously should be the first move. That's a lot easier than when you're playing it and you're trying to think how you're going to do things, Okay, Elliot's never thought of anything. Yes, Moradam. The funniest thing is when you see people and they'll do like 2 or 3. They'll do like 3 safe moves, and they'll like do a couple of blocks, then they'll do another safe move, and then they'll hit something else. They're really funny turns. Shohan's Linehawk is fine actually. It's better than Mr. Throw, right? It's better than Mr. Throw because he's Mr. Throw with plus AV, so he's not terrible to get a Shohan's. 60k and he's better than Mr. Throw. It's not the worst thing to have. Yeah, new Mr. Throw is great. Yeah, he won't be a meme in the new rules. Yeah, movement 5 has always been the killer, hasn't it? Well, that's even worse, Haruka Junko, right? Because if Mr. Throw hadn't gotten them, your blitzers would have got them. And then you would have had blitzers with guard and stuff. Or a blitzer with plus movement. Or a blitzer with mighty blow. Mr. Throw. I still wouldn't take him, honestly. Not in the starting team. But I'll take him eventually. Human Throw being the same as the Human Thrower is pretty bad, yeah. Way. Mr. Throw. Well, this is a rush, isn't it, actually? No. Yeah, it is. It's a rush. So obviously he's not going to want to score. Tries the dodge. Fails. Tries the loner. Fails. So you want to block him, push him. That gives you the 1 in 81 blitz. And then you can just move in the corner and dodge the other things, right? So if they fail, you don't lose. That blitzes with him, fair enough. That just means you block the other guy instead. Same difference. They're the same things. I would have just blocked with him and then blitzed with him. It's the same thing, isn't it? Well, the thing with this is the bolt down's no good here. If you were doing it that way, well, you can still block him. So it was probably better to do the blitz like you did it, now that I think about it. You definitely don't want to rush with a ball, right? That's one thing you don't want. Maybe he's just going to rush and score. Looking at it, it's not easy to do like a nice stall here. The stall isn't easy. So he's thinking to himself, or like clean. Like it's kind of easy, but the thing is, if you just score here, you just score and you've won, don't you? So I think he's probably thinking about that. But decides to stall and do a 1D. Outrageous 1D. Which is like the same as a dodge, right? So not outrageous, really. It's going to dodge this guy. It's got 4 rerolls, might as well reroll this. Yeah, that was pretty nice, wasn't it? In the end, from Veli, he couldn't make like a nice screen down the bottom, so he just stayed where he was. And now he is in scoring without a rush range, so he can score next turn if he has a free touchdown next turn. He'll just take it on. You'll do nothing. Rerolls for the power. Fair enough, right? Like, you're just not good enough. And he gets the power. He should have just not followed. Oh no, yeah, no, he should have not followed, then it would have a 4+ jump, or a 5+ jump. Whereas now he's going to have a 6+ dodge, isn't it, where he could have had a 5+ jump. Or he could fling it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cancel this. And he can come in 2D, the catcher. This is 1-0 to the Elves, yeah. Yeah, he's coming in for the fling. Hit. Fails. And
glorious. No, I
Veli
won't
just
give
needs a
in
2 dice block with
until I'm
block
victorious.
to score.
And I will defend. I will defend.
In fact, he doesn't even need to score,
Chomp,
right?
Jim
There's
C.
no
Hump,
scoring
Jim
threat
C.
for
Hump,
Tuure.
Jim
Right,
C.
he's got
Hump,
2
Jim
turns.
C. Hump.
Wait, was that Jim C. Humped? Did that say Jim C. Humped? Chomp, chomp, chomp. Thank you very much. Basically do nothing, staying fantastic for 6 glorious months. Jim C. Hump. Yeah, he's not scoring. He could have just scored, right? He could have just scored. But then technically if he was 2-0 up, like the humans could 1 turn or riot and then get a riot or blitz or whatever. Whereas now it's being 1-0 up, you know, they've got to power him and then get it downfield, and it's probably... I think the chance of them getting the 1 turn and the riot and everything is probably lower. I think probably scoring is fine here, but it's 6 and 2 3, isn't it? I'm not a believer at all, PC. I'm not a believer. Even though you did great. I mean, you had the luckiest saw I've ever seen in my life. Which certainly helped. I mean, are they not Tector? Like, who knows, right? Like, the chance is so low on both of them. I don't think anybody knows what's the best. Like, they're both so ridiculously, insanely low that it probably doesn't matter, does it? You know? Like, which is better? I don't flipping know. Oh my god, yeah, that was amazing, Moridon. Yeah, he was incredible. It was the god of souls. Like, you know, like, I don't know what the chance of this is. It's not much chance, obviously, from rolling a million sixes, getting the ball, the thrower passing it to this guy who then gets the ball to him or whatever. But also the chance of him getting a one turn and then a timeout or a riot and then turning over the elves. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they're both 1 in a million or whatever, aren't they? So I don't think it matters. Yeah, but the riot and then one turning and score it turning over the elves. He could get 2 riots or blitzers. Well, no, he wants a riot on the first one and a blitzer after that, doesn't he? He could get infinite riots. He could just get 17 riots. He could just get constant riots. Can you throw prone flings in Blood Bowl 3? Honestly, yeah, Dimmy, what's it called? Connection issues, isn't it? Here we go. He makes the dodges through. Doesn't get the pout. One in 81 here, and he's got a chance. Quad skulls. Picks up with his thrower, lobs it to this guy who hands it off to him. Scores. Easiest touchdown of his life. I mean, you've just got to blitz with the ball. Yeah, you've got to just blitz with the ball, haven't you? Realistically, you just have to blitz with the ball. It's the only play. Oh my god, he just did a 6+ dodge. No, 5+ dodge. I mean, it has to be the one in 81, doesn't it? There's nothing else. Because if you block with this guy, you might not clear him. So you just literally have to blitz with the ball. Well, they weren't the only dice tector. That's how. The first half, Regal bashed by Pro Elves, was a bit rubbish. And he gets the push, and that is it. He did kill his own tackle, mate. Yeah, just this one, Dimmy. There's a few other people who have scheduled like 2 games, you know, back to back and stuff. Yeah, the fling. Oh my god, the Bombardier. The Bombardier stun block animation is incredible. This is the World Championships. This is the round of 32. Game 1. Have I got? Not, I haven't got game 1, have I? Game 1. That was always there. Undead shouldn't beat humans 11 times out of 10, do we? I think it's more like 7 out of 10. Teams reset every round, S1 permit. Yeah, no. Riot 1 turner followed by a 1 turner, yeah. There is a chance. Nope, it's a solid defense. So, Velihopea picks up the win in this game. And that means Velihopea will only need to draw the next one and he'll win in 2 games. Tuure will have to win the second game to get to a third game. So there you go. Congratulations, Velihopea. Commiserations, Tuure. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And stay fantastic.